Hi, I'm Kris from Theme Park to Table, cooking up theme park recipes here in my kitchen. On today's A Little Extra Pixie Dust, we're cooking up a turkey breast. What I have in front of me is about a 6-pound turkey breast. It's been thawed, it's been patted dry, and it's ready to be prepared. I'm going to show you how I typically do this, and then with Thanksgiving right around the corner, I think this is a great time to do this. So I have here next to me a blend of fresh rosemary and thyme. Nothing fancy has been done to it, just kind of pulled off the stems and chopped up a little bit. And I have a stick of unsalted butter. I always use unsalted butter when I'm cooking because it's a lot easier to add your own salt to taste than it is to take salt out. I'm just going to put this in here. And then with a fork, we're just going to squish it. I did leave the butter out overnight, so it is nice and soft. Essentially, what we're going to do here is just make an herbed butter. So once we just kind of get that incorporated in, doesn't have to be perfect. That's all going to get smeared all over the place anyway. Okay, that's pretty good. Scrape it off our fork. Then with our hands, we're going to kind of take the skin on the breast, and we're going to try to just gently release the skin from the actual breast meat. You want to try to do this without actually ripping the skin. Sometimes it's a lot easier said than done, especially I find on just the breasts. I usually have an easier time doing this on a full turkey than I do just the breast. I'm not sure why. But we're going to just try to get our fingers between the membrane and as far as we can. This meat does not want to leave its skin though. There we go. And just create some little pockets down inside. I got that side pretty loose. And now let's go after this. I don't know if you can kind of see, I'm just trying to gently separate the actual meat from where it connects to the skin without tearing the meat too much, and then just kind of slipping my fingers down in. Once you get it started, you can kind of get easy access to it. It's just a matter of getting it started. And like I said, you don't want to be too rough because you don't want to rip the skin. Okay, that's pretty good. So now I'm just going to take some of the butter we made, and I'm just going to push it down inside the skin. I'm going to rub it all over the nice breast meat. This helps keep it nice and moist as it's cooking. It's not going to spread perfectly because your turkey breast is going to be a little bit wet, and the butter is just going to want to kind of stick to itself. The moisture, the oil, and the water just don't mix very well together. But just kind of do the best you can to just kind of distribute it underneath. And once you get that all underneath, I take some and I do the outside of the skin too. This is going to help your skin brown up nicely. And you know what I'm going to do? Hold on one second. I'm going to dry that just a little bit more because that is not sticking. Let's see if we can get that a little drier. Because usually the butter sticks a little better than that. Okay. There we go. That's a little bit better. Once again, does not have to be perfect. This is just going to help brown your skin. It's going to keep moisture. It's going to help it start shedding its own juices. So if you're a baster, you'll be able to baste it sooner. You can also do this with oil. Vegetable oil works well too. If you've got a brush you prefer to use, you could always melt your butter and use melted butter. I like to use the stick butter because it does kind of melt as the turkey heats. It's not going to look pretty. Even when I'm done with it, this process does not look pretty in the end. It'll look pretty when it's done, but the actual getting there, it's not going to look overly pretty. So let's just work the rest of this on here. My turkey's going to slide right off the table if I'm not careful. I did put it in a metal roasting pan so it's easier to clean up. And I have that on just an old baking sheet. It does not have to be a nice baking sheet. I just find that the metal pans aren't always strong enough to support the weight of the turkey. I'm just going to put a little bit right up here. So this is going to melt down, and then I'm going to get my hands clean, and we're going to add some salt and pepper, and we're going to get it into the oven. Maybe. It'll come off my fingers. There we go. Just 1 second, I'm going to hit some hot water so we can melt through some of that butter and oil in my hands. I'm actually going to grab a little bit of dish soap for this because it'll help cut the grease better than the hand soap will. And get it all washed up good. Because you're handling poultry, you want to make sure that you really do get your hands washed extra well. You don't want to cross-contaminate anything. Try that. My little pile of garbage we'll take care of after. Just going to get a little bit of salt on it. And a little bit of pepper. These do take about 20 minutes a pound. I've got about 6 pounds, so I'm looking at about 2 hours. I'm going to pop this into the oven. Hope I set my rack low enough. I might pop that rack down just a little bit. We'll set our timer, but I will see you back here in about 2 hours when the turkey breast is ready to come out of the oven. Welcome back. It's been about 2 hours and our turkey breast is done roasting. We're going to pop it out of the oven. It is looking pretty beautiful, I have to tell you, because I came in here and just took its temperature quick to make sure that we were at about 165 degrees. Let me put that right there. Now let me shut the oven. We got a lot of nice drippings in the bottom that'll make for some really delicious gravy. And there it is, a roasted turkey breast. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe, and until next time.